Loa loa ni bajibata sana seke. Loa loa ni bajibata sana seke ambuye. Loa loa ni bajibata sana seke. Inua mai. Loa ni. Inua bambo. Loa ni. Nanua.
The whole place is the hand of God. If you look at how we started and how God led us through the purchase of 27 oddly shaped pieces of land in all the village transactions with the chief, and how God put all that together, and actually the way he directed us to this village to start with, and now is even the laying out of the fields, and all of that was an evolution of process. This didn't work, that didn't work, this did work. And so God's hand is every single meter of this farm and in every heart of every employee we have. Because as you can tell, there's hustle, there's bustle, there's purpose in their lives. Obviously, our main purpose is the spread of the gospel. But if you don't have a job, when you're starving to death, it's really hard to go out and be a living example for the Lord. And so providing this job and these opportunities and hearing the testimonies of the workers, you can see God's hand everywhere, because they'll come up and tell you, I had nothing to do. Every morning I get up, my family, I feel like a bum. I can't support them. Now I have a job every day. We're teaching them to come to the office on time. We're teaching them how to spend their money and to budget their money properly so that they don't spend it all. So there's so many things that we are doing and have planned to do in their lives. But when we see our workers being able to repair their own homes, and in a couple of cases build their own homes with the earnings from their own hands, that's the hand of God. But most importantly is all those workers that are going to these churches in the area. We just had the celebration for the Mulanguzi Community Church grand opening, and I don't know the exact number, but I bet there was 20, 25 of our workers that were at that celebration. And that connectivity between the church and spiritual growth, and of course the gospel and having work, that's the hand of God. Our baseline budget now is for 43 people earning a living every single day. We surge up over that from time to time. Like when we were doing the weeding for our soya, we had 130 people just on a weeding team. But if you take the baseline of 43 people and you realize that each one of those people has at least 2 or 3 people in their support structure, it's very safe to say that we're feeding 150 human beings in this village, which is a very poor village, which is a huge number. And all of that is being provided by their own hand or labor. It's not a handout of any kind. They're earning the labor. So we're very grateful to God, because we feel like the impact on the community is huge, all based on a business. The demonstration plot is a huge blessing that the Lord has given us. We have been provided property on a major highway, the Jolly Highway, and access to the tarmac road, which is in Malawi. This is an amazing thing. And so there's a lot of traffic that goes by. So a lot of people can see what we're doing. So it provides us 2 major components. One, it's advertisement and access to the farm and the wholesale vegetables. And we have a sales office that we're building right there, so people can come in and purchase products and so forth. So it provides that advertisement into the farm and what we're doing. Secondly, it is a actual demonstration area to demonstrate the foundation for farming techniques that we are pioneering in this community. So we have enough property up there that we've laid out the 2 basic fields of the 58 rows. That's the 52 rows of maize. One row will feed a family of 6 per week, 52 rows, and then the additional 6 rows is the tithe. And then we have 2 of those plots perfectly laid out, and we demonstrate maize on one, soy on the other, and they can flip. That's for crop rotation, and almost every Malawian has that much property, and that will feed their family, tithe to the church, and provide a cash crop on the soya side for business. But in addition to that, we have a composting station, which we are not only using chicken manure as the nitrogen source, but our toilet facility that we have here at the farm, we collect the human waste, and we have a storage container out there now for push the human waste in the sun, and we can demonstrate that you can use that as well to provide that nitrogen source. So it might sound a little crazy, but it's really, it works well, and they certainly have access to those kinds of materials if they treat it correctly. In addition, we're going to use that area to build a chicken demonstration for a village chicken support system. We're going to grow different kinds of herbs. We're going to have a moringa field and so forth. And then we'll also use it to demonstrate different kind of vegetables that they can bring in. In addition, there's enough room out there that we hope to host many events out there. We can have field days, open days, people can come and walk around teaching kids, and they can see it hands-on. So there's a real opportunity to use that as an education and inspiring area for the kids in the communities. Really been blessed by our investment community, because I will tell you, we came to Malawi from a position of strength. Not only, and most importantly, was the prayer strength and the spiritual strength that people have invested in us over the last 5-6 years in this journey. But our investors have given us the capability to create an infrastructure and to provide equipment that was needed to do what we're doing. We have been able to get tractors and several implements for working the farm. We've been able to purchase a fairly sophisticated irrigation system, build infrastructure here. We now have a tent, a 9-meter by 30-meter tent that we can use for hopefully vocational training in the future and processing of tomatoes. And a delivery truck, a 3-ton delivery truck with signage on it. And so we drive it around the town, and people are calling us, and actually we're selling things out of that. So, and not to mention the 35 acres of property we have. If you look at how this whole thing is going, we now have a fully operational farm that's producing vegetables on a regular basis in grain fields. We just finished harvesting 25 acres of soya. So we've got 15 tons, 350 kg bags of soya, and we got a contract with a seed company, so we're getting double the price for that we would if it was selling it for grain. And so we're in the process of preparing that right now. So that was a major thing that was made available by the tractor and the planting machines and so forth. So God is blessing on so many different fronts, but our investors are really the backbone of why we're here. We wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for their provision. And so we're so grateful for that.
I'd like to thank them for what they are doing. After all, just because the farm is there, it's helping a lot of people. And even some of the guys working at the farm, they are benefiting out of this, out of the farm. They are even, their families, they are being helped from the farm. So for the guys supporting the farm, I may say, may God bless them, and they should keep it up. Otherwise, here in Malawi, for somebody to get work, it's an important thing. So I may say they have to, may God bless them.
Lowa lowa ni bachipata sana seke ambuye. Lowa lowa ni bachipata sana seke. Lowa lowa ni bachipata sana seke ambuye. Lowa lowa ni bachipata sana seke.